What's up, you guys? It's Tori Wilson here, and I bet you anything you want to kiss his belly right here. I bet you want to kiss it. I got you. All right, listen, you're on Just Alyx. Just Alyx is all about wrestling reviews. If you want the best wrestling reviews, subscribe, click the bell, do whatever you got to do, like it, and keep coming back, okay? Daisy and I would really appreciate it. Cheers.
Initiating login sequence. Welcome to Alyx's world.
Hello all, and welcome to Alyx's World, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I'm your host, Alyx, Just Alyx, and this is my AEW Dynamite review. February 1st, 2023. A show that had what is easily the most violent opening and closing matches I have seen on a Dynamite. Period. Jon Moxley and Hangman Page beat the piss out of each other to an almost uncomfortable degree. Rightfully so. So much so that I think they're going to do a third match at Revolution. But then to top that, Samoa Joe and Darby Allin, no holds barred, had a violently bloody match. I saw some spots that would make me cringe. Darby Allin walked to the ring in a thumbtack jacket. A thumbtack jacket. Do I need to say anything else? That should tell you what level of violence this was. I won't say it was GCW violence. We were close to it though. It was pretty freaking violent. Any more violent, we might have had to change the AEW name to GCW Dynamite. Because Jesus Christ. But as you guys know, Samoa Joe is once again your TNT champion. I know a lot of people who are not happy about that. Wait, they put the belt back on Joe? What, so they gave the belt to Darby for no reason, for a cup of coffee? Can I be real with you? This is gonna be controversial. I don't think Joe should have lost the belt to begin with. I think the only reason why Darby won that belt was because they were in Seattle.
I like AEW, but not every match needs blood.
Hey, I don't really think. Well, okay, I can't really say the first match wasn't planning on having blood. But you already knew. If you saw Jon Moxley in a ring, he was gonna bleed. Let's get something straight. AEW having blood, I think, helps the show. I know a lot of people are not fans of blood, not anymore. Well, I grew up during an era where if you wanted wrestling to be taken seriously, you needed blood. I still believe that. You need to give the audience some sense of this is dangerous, of danger. Okay. You can tell great stories. Yes, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Bloodline, Roman Reigns at the Rumble didn't have blood, and they got the message across very well. I agree with you. I still believe to create some sense of danger, to create some sense of not everybody should do this, you need blood. Do I think every match should have blood? No. But not every match had blood. The first match and the last match had blood. Now, personally, I think the last match should have been the only match that had blood. But Jon Moxley's going to bleed. Who's going to tell Jon Moxley not to bleed? You? Okay, go for it. I just feel like for me, when it comes to ranking Dynamites, from most violent to least, This one might be number one. I have to really go back and see. There might be one or two shows in the past that was more violent than this Dynamite. Maybe one or two. But this is definitely top 5. I was watching that main event. I saw Samoa Joe grab that thumbtack jacket and then wrap it around the face of Darby Allin. Ah! Ah! Come on, man! There's certain spots even I can't take. But that was crazy. Darby Allin doing a torpedo dive through the table was, oh my god. Yeah, that main event was something else. And quite frankly, I feel that the right guy won. No offense to Darby Allin. He got his moment in Seattle. As he should have. That was the right call. Tony made the right call to give the belt to Darby Allin in Seattle. Because that was his hometown. Guess what? It's not his hometown no more. We're not in Seattle. The story that should be told for the TNT title is Samoa Joe versus Wardlow. Honestly, if it wasn't going to be Samoa Joe versus Wardlow, it was going to be Darby Allin versus Wardlow. Now you tell me which makes more sense. Which makes more sense there? Darby should be gearing up to fight Sting very soon because Sting's going to retire this year. And the only person that should have Sting's retirement match is Darby Allin. I think fans should be a little bit more open-minded to title changes happening soon. I'm not saying the championship should change 24/7 like the 24/7 title. But I remember back in the day where Hulk Hogan would win the belt, lose it, and then win it right back. And then lose it again, and win it right back. How do you think Ric Flair became a 16-time world champion? You think he did that by holding the belt for 1,000 days like Roman Reigns? I think what makes Roman Reigns, makes those type of reigns special is the fact that not everybody holds the belts for a long time. It is okay to do belt swaps here and there. And in this instance, it made all the sense in the world. Darby cheated. He did. He didn't beat Samoa Joe clean when he first won the belt. In this environment where there are no rules, it could have gone either way, and Samoa Joe came out on top. As he should have. I think Samoa Joe is an excellent champion. Just like Darby was an excellent champion. I'm not going to complain, quite frankly. We're just going from one great champion to another. But that's just me. Y'all might disagree. Feel free to disagree. I invite you to disagree. But wrestling should be a violent sport. For it to matter, for it to get over. That's just how I feel. The rest of the card was actually pretty goddamn good. I thought Konosuke Takeshita had an excellent match with Brian Cage. Bryan Danielson had an excellent match with Timothy Thatcher. I thought Jade Cargill and Red Velvet was good. It wasn't great, but it was good. I feel like Sky Blue and Jade Cargill had an even better match. What was it, last year? Yeah, those two. That might have been Jade Cargill's best match with Sky Blue. And I mean that. The Acclaimed had a jobber tag team match, but then came face to face with the Ass Boys Gun Club, where Billy Gunn walked out, came back after the Guns told him that he's a deadbeat father and he likes to drown all his sorrows at the bottom of a pill bottle. Jesus Christ. And then Billy, I'm getting the names mixed up now. Billy gets back inside the ring and tells the boys, fine, you want a tag team title shot? You got it. As soon as he made the match, I went, well, shit. I guess that's the end of Daddy Ass, right? I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that, bruh. We sure we want to break this up? The Acclaimed and Daddy Ass? That seems to be... I don't know if that's a good idea, Tony. But it looks like they're going to do it. And, oh God. I'm just imagining the type of heat that would have. It would have so much fucking heat. Damn, he's going to do it. the Acclaimed are about to lose those belts next week. Damn. I mean, if you think about it, the Gun Club, if they're going to win those belts, then naturally so, they should do it because they're going to drop the belts to FTR. Naturally, as they should. I do not think FTR is going back to WWE. I would have said, probably considered it, if Vince McMahon didn't come back. I think Vince McMahon coming back to WWE I think it stopped Brian Cage from going to WWE, and I know for certain it stopped FTR from going back. There's a lot of people that would probably have chosen WWE if it wasn't for Vince McMahon coming back. I know a lot of people who probably wanted to go back are reconsidering it now. Especially since Vince McMahon just got another lawsuit. We'll talk about that on SmackDown. This is not a WWE stream. But I cannot imagine that FTR wants to go back to WWE. Not right now. Maybe in the future. But I think they're gonna stay for a little longer. Especially if a certain straight edge personality decides to make his return as well. Which I think he will. I'm holding out hope on that. I'm already not doing very well when it comes to predicting when wrestlers will show up. I called Mercedes leaving WWE. I missed the boat on Mercedes coming to AEW. Well, at least in terms of that tag match. Is there a possibility she'll still show up? Yes. Anything is possible. Especially now that we're doing this AEW Outsiders versus AEW Originals storyline. It is ripe for Mercedes. It screams Mercedes. But we'll see. We'll also talk about that. Apparently, Britt Baker was attacked. And she had herself a promo with Ruby Soho. That round don't hate the player, hate the game. Tyrone Magnus. Anyways, yeah, this was an excellent night when it comes to wrestling. I feel like AEW has that edge over WWE. WWE has better stories. By far, the better stories. Nothing's going to top the Bloodline. Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens. Nothing's going to top that. They had the better characters, 1,000%. But AEW undeniably has the better wrestling and the better wrestlers. It is undeniable. I'm not trying to hear it. AEW by far has the better wrestling and wrestlers. And I'm not just talking about people that can do flips and kicks. I'm talking about storytellers inside the ring. And tonight proved it. So let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and pay these bills, do the sponsorship, do the shout-outs, and get right to the review. I appreciate you guys for joining me. You could have been anywhere here on YouTube, but you chose me. And so I'm going to do you the favor of giving you the best review of Dynamite today, tonight, whenever you're watching it. So if this is the first time you're watching me, do me a solid favor. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. While you're at it, help expand the brand by doing the following things. Join the membership today, click that join button, and get the opportunity to request a video of your choosing. Whether it's a live reaction, a hot topic, or review, past, present, or future. Also, don't forget to, give thanks, hit that super thanks. If you would like to donate after the fact, you can also like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, just Alex Central. Give me a follow on Instagram, give me a follow on Spotify, and give me a follow on TikTok, for I am the tickest of the talkest. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cashapp, Venmo, and your super chats are officially on. You can donate at any point in time. Doing the broadcast. Get your thoughts played live in the air. Email me at just alexisworld@gmail.com. Choking on my spit for some reason. For business inquiries, just to say hi, and please get yourself a t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Tees and Teespring. Get you an old school Delay X-Men t-shirt, get you a new school Alex's World t-shirt, but most importantly, get you a blonde hair, blue eyes, apple pie. America, the remix. T-shirt made by Nox and Firestar Heart. All this down below in the description box. And today's sponsor is Surfshark. If you're ever surfing the web and you happen to find yourself looking over to your right for malware attacks from people who could steal your identity. It could happen at a swift's notice. You just never know who is trying to attack you on the interwebs. And that's why you need a VPN. VPN. Something that can protect you, and the best VPN on the market is Surfshark. So how's about we get a quick word from our sponsor? And then, of course, we'll get to some shoutouts.
Today's video is sponsored by Surfshark VPN. When you're doing business on the web, having a VPN is almost essential, and many agree there's no better service than Surfshark. Let me tell you why. Surfshark provides you 24/7 protection from hackers, data leaks, malware, and even allows you free access to movie streaming services in different countries. I personally appreciate Surfshark's ability to block all malware websites and scan all downloads for potential viruses. You just never know what could impact your online experience, and navigating has become a lot more safer because of this service. So today, if you visit the link surfshark.deals/justalex and use the promo code JustAlex, you not only get 83% off your monthly payments, but you'll get an extra 3 months for free. This is a massive deal that many of you should take up while it's here. So don't wait, feel safe, get protected by Surfshark today.
All right, thank you all for being here. Before we even get started, please show some love to the moderators. Ultra, Shine 97 Fires to Heart, Elijah Demon, Godzilla Hawk, who will keep this a safe space for wrestling fans like you. Also, it is imperative that you guys hit that like button. Like the video. The more likes that this video gets, the more opportunities it will have to be recommended here on YouTube. If you believe that I give the absolute best takes, the best breakdowns here on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen, help a brother out by liking the video, leaving a comment, and helping to improve its reach. Also, while you're at it, show some love to the moderators. Ultra, Shine 97 Firestar Heart, Elijah Demon, Godzilla Hawk, who will keep this a safe space for wrestling fans like you. Firestar Heart is on a date with his girl, so shout out to him. But other than that, I see a couple of super chats just sitting. Let me play them real quick, and then we'll get to the shoutouts.
Avalanche muscle buster on exposed wood is crazy.
Oh, tell me about it. Jesus Christ. Again, that main event was violent. I have a lot to say about it. Trust me. We're going to do a full breakdown about that main event. Thank you to the YouTube members. I see A-Rit, Adam Ritter. I think I see Q Blackman. Quentin B. Blackman, to be exact. I think I see a couple more. Wait, is that? Wait, no, it's the same two. I think it's kind of interesting that WWE has been getting most of the members here. AEW, where y'all at? Well, hopefully I see some more as time goes by. Let me say hello to the actual people here in the chat. Kitten or Kenny? I don't know which one. Let's go with Kenny. Kenny the Trend in his house. Minako 42, Sal Yisrael, Joseph Winters from Browntown, Mr. Robert Brown, Stephen Bram, John Beal II, the Cerebral Assassin Christopher Carter. We also got the People's Champ 1983. Good to have you here. Paid Enthusiast Juan Orozco. The Dominator, Nathan Sanders. Dominate that like button. The Dominator has spoken. Do what he says. He says to dominate it. That means to abuse it with likes. Big Gusta, Shadow Star, Seaback 66. And let's do one more. Let me see if I can get one more in here. Let me be sure I don't miss anybody. Thank y'all for being here once again. I just want to be sure we cover. Or did I actually say all the people in the live chat? Or the people who are going to be mentioned? I think I said everybody. Wow. That's interesting. Well, alright. Well, thank y'all for being here. I appreciate y'all for making me a part of your day. I am thoroughly excited to talk about this show. So, let's go ahead and get it. Well, okay. Never mind. Now people decide they want to say hi. Ashley Greer Crowder. That will be the last one, though. So, thank y'all for being here. Be sure you like the video. Let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and talk about Dynamite. One of the most violent episodes of Dynamite we've gotten for the first match and then the closing match. Because Jon Moxley and Hangman Page. Woo! They were in the Nutter Center. The Nutter Center. That's a Wright State University in Dayton, Ohio. I think it was sold out. Sold out crowd. Love to see it. Very, very into the show. Very loud, as has been the trend for AEW these past, not even these past few weeks, these past few months. It's been pretty hot, and you love to see it. They kick things off hot and in your face with Hangman Page and Jon Moxley. Straight up brawl before the match even started. They were using chair shots. They were going into the crowd. I think he split Jon Moxley open before the match even started. I think I even saw a suplex onto the steel chair. Jesus Christ, y'all. They beat the piss out of each other. But then the match does begin, and we just see these stiff-ass forearms get traded. Bah, 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 bah. Lots of counters and Indian deathlocks and headlocks. But we get to a part in the match where they just start trading chops. And at this point, the crowd has made up their mind that Jon Moxley is the face and Hangman Page is the heel. Which is kind of interesting because I feel like Jon Moxley has been trying to be the heel for a while. But since they're in Ohio, let's be real. There was no way in hell the fans were going to boo Jon Moxley in his home state. So, smart to play it that way. At least for now. Now, as we get closer to the pay-per-view, we might need to go ahead and pick a side here. It seems like they want to go with Hangman Page being the babyface, but I think what's happening here is that over time, Moxley is making Page more violent, and they're both starting to love it. Because there was a part of the match where Moxley gets completely juiced up. He gets busted open so hard. Hangman Page wipes the blood on his hand and then does a little cross across his chest. It's like a badge of honor. I'm like, that's uncharacteristic of Hangman Page. I felt a little heelish. But the match just goes on. Lots of crazy spots. An avalanche Death Valley driver, which was sick. Nice stuff, man. Pop-up powerbomb through a table by Hangman Page. Moonsaults. Oh my god, they beat the hell out of each other. I think I saw God's Last Gift. A schoolboy driver, right? That's Seth Rollins' finishing move before he was Seth Rollins, Tyler Black. Yeah, I think Moxley got hit with a God's Last Gift. It looked like it. It was awesome. I'm happy that you're using it. I'm happy that Hangman Page is using it. Pile drivers, tombstones, a buckshot lariat that was missed. But I do see him hit it. I think he hit it for the second time. Yeah, Hangman Page hits him the second time, and Jon Moxley gets a near fall. Crowd is going crazy for this match at this point. So then Hangman Page hooks Jon Moxley in the freaking bulldog choke, which allows Moxley to roll him up in this unique pin. 1, 2, 3. Moxley gets a fluke win on Hangman Page because he caught him slipping. And so now they are 1-1. Because the first match they had, he knocked Hangman Page out, so he went to a no contest, or a KO, if you will. The second match, Hangman Page won that. Now Jon Moxley wins this match. So I guess we're doing one more at Revolution. Because afterwards, freaking Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta had to come out to stop Jon from doing what he does. Crazy stuff. So, yeah, essentially we're setting up another match, as we should. And I guess we do Last Man Standing? Like, where do you go from there? Last Man Standing, or do you do Lights Out? I wonder what you would do. Let me know. Seriously, like, what match would you go with, fans? Would you go with Last Man Standing? Would you go with First Blood? Not First Blood, because that's kind of cheap. Would you go with Lights Out? Let me know. Yeah, he did his inner Brock Lesnar with the blood rub on his chest. Good call out, Page enthusiast. So yeah, that was the first match. They kicked it off with violence. Although there's more violence to come. Backstage for commercial break, Jamie Hayter is interviewed by Renee Paquette. The bunny with the blade and the butcher, shows up, and Bunny challenges Jamie Hayter to a match next week because that's what we want to see, right? The bunny versus Jamie Hayter. Great. But then wait, we get word from some random area in the arena, and we see Britt Baker getting her ass whooped by Toni Storm and Saraya. And they're like, what the fuck? Now later on in the night, we see Saraya being checked on by Doc Samson. Jamie Hayter, her friend, is in the room. And before Britt can talk, in walks Ruby Soho. Ruby's all like, hey, you alright? Britt's like, why you here? Aren't those girls your friends? Didn't you work with them? Don't you, hang out with them? And she was like, look, I'm just checking in on you. She's like, I'm good. Bye. So I like that. I like that they're questioning Ruby Soho, as they should. She worked for WWE like Saraya and Toni Storm did. So it's like, what you want? What you doing here? It's gonna be one of those things where she's gonna have to earn their respect, but there's always gonna be that thought in the back of your head that she'll betray them. As there should be that thought in the back of your head that they'll probably be betrayed by Ruby. That's a good little wrinkle in the story. I'm digging this AEW Outsiders versus original storyline already. I'm digging it. The Acclaimed beat some jobbers called the Outrunners. Yeah, they're called the Outrunners. Don't even ask me what their names are. It doesn't matter. It's Truth and Turbo. Yeah, I know. It's cringy. Anyways, they beat the Outrunners. Then after the match, the Guns come out. The Gun Club walks out inside the ring. Let me see here. They congratulate the Acclaimed on the match and remind them that they asked for a title shot and they want their answer right now. Bowens asked the crowd, do you want us to fight the Gun Club? The crowd said, no! And they said, well, fuck you, no. And the Guns didn't take that kindly. And Daddy Ass says, you know what? I am sick of both of y'all. I'm sick of the Acclaimed. I'm sick of the Ass Boys. And he goes to leave. His sons stop him, accusing him of turning his back on them all over again. And that he drowns his sorrows in the bottom of a pill bottle. Fuck. Billy turns around and slides back inside the ring. He says, you want a match against the Acclaimed? I'll see you next week. As soon as he did that, I went, well, there goes their tag team title run. Man. They're gonna split up Billy Gunn and the Acclaimed? Really? Really? God, okay. I mean, go out on top, but you could. Here's the thing. I wouldn't mind if they got this all the way to All Out. If they got it all the way to All Out and then split them up, I would 1000% understand. 1000%. But I guess naturally so, Billy Gunn betraying them feels right. And it's gonna hurt a lot when Billy Gunn helps the Gun Club beat the Acclaimed. Oh shit. Man, the fans are not gonna like that. Oh, they're gonna hate it next week. Well, be ready for it. I thought Konosuke Takeshita and Brian Cage had an excellent match. An absolute banger after banger after banger after banger. A banger of a match. Once again showcasing Konosuke as a future main event player. And everyone knows it. Everyone and their mamas knows this guy's going to be a main event player one day. And Brian Cage can be that too. I just kind of wish Tony would see him as that. I'm kind of scared that Tony doesn't see him as anything valuable, which means he's going to go to WWE, or at least be forced to go to WWE. Because if his contract expires, why should Tony use him? You know? Just kind of scary. Let me see here. Yeah, that match was insane. Konosuke is debuting a new finisher, which is a knee strike. A knee lift, a knee strike. It was devastating. It's not necessarily the V-trigger. It's its own kind of thing, which I like. So, he beats Brian Cage with the knee strike. And yeah, man, it was an awesome match. Jungle Boy Jack Perry is interviewed. He says he's had an amazing time teaming with Hook, but he's done the tag team thing before, all the way to the top of the mountain, all the way down. And this year, he's gonna win. He's gonna win. He's gonna win. Sorry, he's gonna win a singles title. All right, well, let's see. Let's see what he can do. Backstage, the Jericho Appreciation Society, Chris Jericho, is accused of cheating to beat Ricky Starks and Action Andretti last week, which he did. So now, Ricky Starks wants a piece of Jericho's ass. Pause. Now, the JAS decided, yeah, okay, you can get a piece of Jericho, but you gotta go through Cool Hand Ange and Daddy Magic, and then either Sammy Guevara or Daniel Garcia in a gauntlet match. And once you do that next week, you get Chris Jericho at Revolution. Okay? I mean, sure. I mean, he already beat Chris Jericho, so why should it matter? Anyways. The Elite challenge AR Fox and Dante Martin and Darius Martin. Top Flight to triple threat, trios, triple threat, 6-man, three-way tag, 6-man tag, trios championship match. God damn it. It's, you know what I was trying to say. Yeah, it's a trios championship match, 6-man tag. That's what I was trying to say. Now, somewhere in there, Stokely Hathaway, Ethan Page, Matt Hardy, and Isaiah Cassidy approached him talking about some, I didn't, that's what they did. I didn't just do that because that's what Isaiah Cassidy likes doing, apparently. Challenge still to a match on Friday, and they accept it. So you're going to see the Elite on Friday. Bryan Danielson, American Dragon, took on Timothy Thatcher and an excellent in-ring grappling masterpiece. Maybe not masterpiece, but it was definitely a great match. Great story told. Timothy Thatcher was clearly the more experienced wrestler of the two, but unfortunately, he could not outmatch the heart of one Bryan Danielson, who is an excellent babyface. Now, there was a referee bump during the match. MJF tries to come out, but then he's attacked by Konosuke Takeshita and ran off. Bryan Danielson is left inside the ring to beat Timothy Thatcher with a running knee. He could not beat him with a submission because Timothy Thatcher is a lot more better at that, apparently. So he said, okay, I'll beat you a different way. Running knee to the face, bitch. And then he did. And it was announced that next week, Bryan's final opponent would be Roosh. Not to be confused with Moose, but Roosh. That should be a good match. I was kind of hoping it'd be Kota Ibushi. We'll talk about Kota Ibushi after the review, though. Brian Pillman Jr. is challenged to a match on Rampage by Shane Strickland. That should be fun. Jade Cargill took on Red Velvet. The match was good. Nothing really else to be said about it. Jade Cargill goes on to be number 50-0 for the TBS Championship. Who ends her historic reign? Well, personally, after now that they've hit 50-0, Jade Cargill should probably be scared. Because it's probably about time she loses a match. And we'll see how well she does after she loses. Because I'm terrified for Jade Cargill when she starts losing. Because I don't know if fans are going to be receiving her as well. You know what I mean? Alright, so finally, let me play this super chat real quick.
Alyx, warn me before you moan in my headset. Lol.
I'm just reporting what happened. That's what Isaiah Cassidy did. Did he not do that? Damn. You alright? That boy said that was hella uncomfortable. Really? Was it uncomfortable? Should I do it again? No, I'm not gonna do it again. I'm gonna get freaking Isaiah Cassidy to
Bruh, it's hella uncomfortable.
So, if I say that I won't do it again, how much are you willing to donate? I'm just curious. Because I feel another one coming on. I don't know, it might come on in just a second. Look at me. Look at your boy. Your boy knows how to work him, doesn't he? I'm gonna leave him alone. I'm just messing with your fried melon. I'm not gonna do it no more. You got my word. I'm not gonna do it no more. For a price. Anyways, all right, main event time. Let's go to the main event. The main event of the show is, of course, the most violent main event in AEW history. See, I got people in the live chat saying I should do it again now. They're saying I should do it again to make him donate. Just let me know. Should I do it again? Should I threaten him to make him donate again? Anyways. Alright, no, real talk. Let me get to the main event. The main event is Darby Allin versus Samoa Joe. Literally the first thing you see is Darby Allin walk out in a goddamn thumbtack jacket. As soon as you see that, PG goes out the window. This is now rated R. I was actually gonna throw in another moan right there, but I'm not. I'm gonna be a nice guy. Anyways, this is crazy, man. So Darby Allin starts beating up Samoa Joe with his body, his thumbtack body jacket body. It was gruesome. Joe cuts him off with an enziguri and then wraps a towel around his forearm to hit Darby Allin with a lariat because he's a smart ass. He tears the jacket off Darby. We will see it again, trust me. And throws it to the floor. That's when Joe goes outside to grab a table under the ring. And then Darby hits that torpedo dive against the table and busts Joe open hard way. Just busts him open and just raining blood. It's raining blood. Hallelujah, it's raining blood. Rated R. You know what I mean? It was raining blood. They go out to the crowd. Samoa Joe is punishing Darby Allin with knee lifts. Both men bleeding as they fight up the stairs. Now Darby's bleeding. Yeah. Huge back and forth. Back body drop on the stairs. Yeah, he back body dropped Darby Allin on the stairs. Jesus Christ. They go to commercial, come back from commercial. Now Joe has Darby down and out of the ring. He covers him. 1, 2, kick out. Darby powers up. Big palm strikes. Off the ropes. And then Samoa Joe, which I love when he does this, hits that Uranagi. That sit your ass Uranagi slam out of the corner. Running boot. Darby gets knocked onto the floor. This is when Joe gets another table. And he puts it up against the barricade. He goes with a coquina clutch. Darby hits a jawbreaker. And that's when Joe picks him up and chucks him over the ropes to the floor like a sack of potatoes. Now, he did this again before. They were in the crowd. I forgot to talk about this spot. They were in the crowd. He just picked Darby up and dropped him neck first on the steps. Darby can take some crazy bumps, bro. Not me. Oh, but we're not done. So Samoa Joe is all like, I'm going to get even more violent. I'm going to get 2 steel chairs. I'm going to set them up back to back with the edges touching. And then I'm going to suplex Darby Allin on those chairs. The back suplex, to be exact. Jesus Christ. He tries to rearrange the chairs and go for a powerbomb this time, but Allen's like, oh, hell nah, that shit hurt. Hits him with a Yoshi tonic, or a code red, whatever you want to call it. Kick out. Then hits him with a diamond dust. And then goes to grab the tack jacket. He couldn't get it all the way on, but he got enough of it on to hit the coffin drop, in which Joe kicks out of Is he the first one to kick out of the coffin drop? Jesus Christ. And so Darby Allin grabs a utility knife and goes to cut the canvas off the ring. This takes a long ass time because it must have been a dull knife. That took way too long. But he cuts it finally, and then he exposes the board underneath. So now it's just plywood on the ring apron, and it's oh my goodness. This is when it gets really, really violent. So he peels back the canvas to expose the cardboard beneath it, the wood, the boards. And then he sees Samoa Joe on the outside. Samoa Joe just so happens to be perched in front of the table, just sitting on the barricade, right? Darby Allin hits the ropes, goes running. Samoa Joe goes up, nope, walks away. Darby Allin goes crashing into the goddamn table. Holy shit! And then Samoa Joe picks him up, throws him back in the ring. There's that thumbtack jacket on the floor. Power bombs Darby Allin on the thumbtack jacket. Picks up the thumbtack jacket and then wraps it around Darby Allin's head. What the fuck? He wrapped the thumbtack jacket around his head. Ah! The match ends with a muscle buster, an avalanche muscle buster on the exposed wood. And he pins Darby Allin 1, 2, 3. An extremely violent match to close out the show. Without question, the most violent main event in AEW that I've seen so far. At least with Dynamite. I think Omega and Moxley probably still hold the belt. The top spot for the most violent match, but we'll have to see. It was nasty. So Samoa Joe is once again your TNT champ. I think this is the right call. I think Samoa Joe should have gotten that belt back because he and Wardlow have a much more important feud going on right now. And I think Joe is an excellent champion to drop that belt to Wardlow. Speaking of Wardlow, he does come out after the match and he goes after Joe. Joe saw that and went, nope. Wardlow ain't got no hair now. Security comes out, tried to mess with Wardlow. Wardlow starts beating him up, and then he goes to powerbomb someone out of the ring, and the show goes off the air. You're like, what the fuck? You go off the air on that spot? Wow. Crazy. But alright. So yeah, like, if you're gonna watch this show, please watch that main event. That main event was nuts. One of the most violent matches I've seen on Dynamite for sure. I think this show had two of them, the opening match and then the last match. So if you're someone that's into violence, watch that. Other than that, that was my review of Dynamite. That was a crazy, crazy show. Next week, it's looking to be a pretty decent show. We'll have to see what other matches they add. But I am excited for Revolution. I think Revolution is shaping up very well. That's going to be a great, great show. But until then, we'll have to wait for more Dynamite. So I'm going to take a couple of minutes to say hello to the people here in the live chat. Overall, I think everyone enjoyed the show for what it was. Because I thought it was a great, great episode. Those two matches at the beginning and the end, phenomenal. Phenomenal. John Bill II, I freaking love this S. It's why I love AEW so much. This is the wrestling I grew up with. I love that they are not afraid to go push the envelope. The TV 14 rating. WWE should learn from this. Stop playing it safe. WWE can play it safe. I don't think AEW needs to, which is why I feel like overall it has more of a leverage on that. And that's just me. How do I feel about AEW doing house shows? Good for them. Do they have a roster to make that work? Because I don't think they do. But we'll see. Like, hopefully it's good business for them. Honestly, I'm fine with Joe winning. It didn't hurt Darby. He doesn't need the belt anymore. It's time to move on. Yeah. For real. Personally, Darby should be going after MJF. Do we agree? I feel like Darby can fight for MJF's title. Why even go for the TNT title at this point? For real, I want to see Darby go after the world title. How do I feel about Houston Texans hiring Demeco Ryans as the new head coach? Is he good? Should I be worried about him?
Konosuke Takeshita's finishers are German suplex, chaos theory, straight jacket German suplex, jumping knee, bicycle knee, and deadlift German suplex.
He has more than one finisher? Is that what he had in the last company? Y'all let me know, because I don't know. Let me see. Demeco Ryan's football coach. Really? He's black, which I like. Let me see here. Demeco Ryan's, who is a head coach of Houston Texans of the National Football League. He's a former linebacker. Alright, I mean... Oh, he's from the 49ers. Interesting. Well, we'll have to see. I'll give him a shot. He could be good. He really could be good. I think that's cool. He's black too, so it makes me interested. Hopefully he can bring back DeAndre Hopkins. Probably not. Who am I kidding? Darby's my pick to dethrone MJF. Nah, that's not gonna happen. I don't know who's gonna dethrone the MJF. He was the defensive coordinator for the 49ers. Oh, hell yeah! Let's go! I'm excited. Hey, Alex, if you pick any female wrestler from AEW, from WWE or AEW, like to spend Valentine's Day with, who would it be? Who would I have to spend Valentine's Day with me? Zelina Vega. I have to think about that, Zelina Vega. Because she likes anime. So Firestar Hart just got back from his date. He took his girl out to see Avatar. Welcome back, sir. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Juice Man. I think that house shows can do very well. Basically, everyone they have came for the indies. I think this is where AEW would put on some great shows. All right, well, we'll see. We'll see how well that goes. Gonna hurt. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Eddie Kingston, Takashka. CM Punk could beat MJF. Nah, the person who should beat MJF is Eddie Kingston. It should be Eddie Kingston. That just feels right. It should be Eddie. I think it's Eddie's time. Let me see what else y'all saying. The AEW women's division has way better storylines than anything that WWE women's division is doing. Yeah, the AEW women's division is kicking WWE's women's division's ass. Really bad. Creating the trend, my girlfriend always gets worried when I talk about what happens at wrestling practice and worries I might die. Well, don't die. Can't have that, sir. Snowy Pill. They don't overdo it. They let it happen naturally. Yeah. That's why AEW is so much more better with the crowds than WWE is. Do I plan on going to the AEW event coming to my hometown this year? Absolutely. I go there every year.
Watch and review Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, Alyx.
I already saw it. If you want me to review it, you have to donate $25. And you have to request it. That's how it works. You have to be a member, $25 range. Then you have to request it. And then when you do it, I'm probably not going to do it on this channel. I'll do it on my Raw Cognizance channel. But yeah, if you want me to do it, you gotta request it, son. $25. Pay up. Pay up. Sorry. Just goes to show you the women's wrestling in USA still has a long way to go. It's not doing too bad. I think Mercedes and Kyrie are going to have a great match later on in February. I'm excited about that. How I feel about James Gunn's announcement about the DC Universe. I did see the announcement. I am hesitant to get on board. I'm going to wait and see. Let me see how the rest of this plays out. If it ends up being okay, I'll check it out. But right now, I'm going to play it by ear. I'm going to be the smart guy. He's a smart guy. Smart guy. He's a smart guy. Did it. And then we'll go from there. Let me see here. Who's going to beat Jade Cargill for the title? Probably Chris Statlander. Chris Statlander, if not Mercedes. We'll have to see which one does it first. Is Darby Allin going to be the face or heel in the Sting breakup? Heel. He's going to be the heel. He should be. If I choose who dethrones Jade, it would either be Athena or Chris Statlander. I think it's going to be Chris Statlander. That's what I think. Alright, thank y'all for being here. Let me go hang it out here. As you guys file out, please do me a solid favor. Like the video, subscribe, click the bell, catch all my content when it comes out. Follow me on social media. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Tickets of the Talkist. Donate, PayPal, Patreon, Cashapp, Venmo. Do all the YouTube things. And continue to support me in this world known as Alyx's world. Next week, Alundra Blaze comes to the channel. WWE Hall of Famer Alundra Blaze will be on the channel. And I'm excited to interview her. I'm very excited to talk to her. And we'll get other people to come in this nice little world as time goes by. But in the meantime, continue to support the channel, like the video, leave a comment, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you for making me a part of your day. I am grateful, and always know you are welcomed right here in Alyx's world. A place that is, was, and forever will be a safe space for wrestling fans like you. You have a great night, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.